Hi there, welcome back. In this video, we're going to discuss CSS positioning, which is super important when building a website. We'll begin by making one box using the div tag. We'll label the box as box 1. To add a scroll bar, we'll include two paragraphs. The first paragraph, with about 50 words of dummy text, will come before the div tag. We can easily generate this text using the lorem50 command. Additionally, we'll create another paragraph after the div tag, this time with 500 words. We can quickly generate this text using the lorem500 command. Now let's design box 1. We'll give it a solid border of 3 pixels with the color green, a height of 200 pixels, and a width of 200 pixels. Border radius is 10 pixels. And you can choose any background color. I like light coral. CSS has a special property called position that lets us change how elements are arranged on a web page. There are 5 positions we can use, and we'll talk about each of them: absolute, fixed, relative, static, and sticky. If we use static, it is the default position, and it doesn't change the element's position. It remains in its normal state. With relative positioning, we can move an element relative to its original position. For example, if we want to move the element 50 pixels down and to the right, we can set the top offset to 50 pixels and the left offset to 50 pixels as well. This creates a space where the element was originally. Next, we have absolute positioning, which takes the element out of the document's flow. If we set box 1 to an absolute position, you'll notice that the text goes underneath it. Currently, it seems like the text is not paying attention to box and is ignoring it. We can set the top position to 0 to place the box at the top of the document. If you set the value of right to 0, the box will appear at the top right corner of the page. Now, let's change the values to 200 pixels for both top and left. This will position the box 200 pixels down from the top and 200 pixels from the left side of the page. What will happen if we set a box as a relative position as a parent? Let's add another box using a div tag with the class name box2 inside box 1. You can copy the code from above and paste it for box 2. Change the background color to purple and set the width and height to 50 pixels. For box 2, apply the CSS property position, absolute. Also, change the positioning of the first box to position, relative. To check the positioning of the small box inside the large, that comes in box 2. Set the top value to 150 pixels. And the left value to 150 pixels. Now, let's change the values of top and left for the first box to 300 pixels. By modifying the values of box 1, both boxes will move together as they are linked. Now, you will notice that box 2 changes its position concerning its parent box. It means the absolutely positioned element searches for non-statically positioned parents. If it doesn't find any, it uses the full page as the reference. That's the concept behind absolute positioning. To move further, let's remove the CSS of box 2. Also, remove it from HTML. Now discuss other properties. To discuss other properties, increase the length of the above paragraph. Next, we have fixed positioning. An element with a fixed position stays in place relative to the viewport even when you scroll. To make an element stay fixed at the top of the page, simply set the top property to 0 pixels. If you wish to fix the box specifically at the top right corner of the page, you can achieve this by using the right property with 0 pixels, in combination with the top property. Finally, we have sticky positioning. An element with a sticky position sticks to the edge of the viewport when you scroll past it. For example, if we set it to the top 0 pixels, it will stick to the top of the page as you scroll down, and it will snap back into place when you scroll back up. You can also make it stick to the bottom by using bottom 0 pixels. When you scroll up, it will stick to the bottom. You can combine both options. When you scroll down, it will stick to the top, and when you scroll up, it will stick to the bottom. So, these are a few positions in CSS. I hope this simplified explanation helped you. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe.